This live now in studio. How you doing, honey? So winter's here. It's hitting us hard, and some people think this time of year, oh, it feels very gray and very black and very blah. You want to punch things up. Using color can do that. It's an easy way to do it.
Absolutely. We do it with our hair. We do it with our fashion. So why not bring a little bit of color into your home? It can make such a difference.
Totally.
And one thing I really wanted to mention is that it doesn't have to be an eye-popping, crazy yellow, crazy red, crazy blue. It can be calmer colors. It's just the idea of bringing something in to kind of infiltrate that grayness, as we were saying.
That's right.
I wanted to showcase for our first look, Benjamin Moore's Blue Echo. Now, this is a color from our 2016 trend card. It's actually my favorite in the card. I love this color, as you can see.
Yeah, you love it. Well, it's a calming blue.
It is. It's
very
vibrant,
calming, but it's got that sort of subtle, sort of a gray.
It's got a little bit of a gray undertone, and because it's got a little bit of yellow in it, it almost makes blue a little warmer, which is what I really like about it. I tend to like the warmer colors. So that in the backdrop, in a nice matte finish, you get this texture story. But then I wanted to bring in warmth, and I have to say I'm pretty grayed out. It's been 10 years of designing with gray, and everybody, I love it, and don't worry, you don't have to get rid of it all, but when I saw this beautiful brown distressed leather sofa at Urban Barn, I was like, I gotta have it. Like,
this is warm.
It's warm, and it feels sort of fresh because it's just that warm color as opposed to the cooler gray. So I really wanted to work that in. So that was kind of my the beacon in the store as I got started with picking accessories. So there's a bit of balance here. So we've got the Blue Echo on the wall, and then the warm sort of brown tones. I love that you can, having an original piece of art, there's no replacing that. However, you can pick up some really interesting pieces at places like Urban Barn that are mass produced. That's from Urban Barn. So
it's very nice.
It looks like it's been a photograph printed on wood. So you see the grain of the wood. So it has this really nice depth playing with the positive and negative space on that. And then it's just a little bit of wood, which is again warmer, and I think it looks great on the wall. Not that you have to always match, but it happens to, right?
It happens to match, and it's working.
So again, sort of bringing in the browns, the warm, even the rug, it's, as you can see, it's got a lot of gray in it, but it's very warm grays. Geometric pattern, I think adding pattern and texture also helps to warm things up.
Yeah.
And then the strong teal in the side chair. Now,
that's gorgeous.
Love this. Isn't it gorgeous? And I think what I think is so fantastic about this is that you can't, there was years ago you couldn't buy something like this off the floor. You'd have to custom order a strong color, but we're not afraid of color anymore, right?
We're getting there. It's baby steps. Because as soon as you said you're sick of gray, I was like, because that's what everyone is embracing right now. The design world's been doing it for a while, but now in people's homes right now, they're embracing the gray. And we are getting a little bit more comfortable with color.
Well, that's it. And if you have a gray scheme, even bringing something like this into your space can just liven things up and add that bit of color. So love that. Works with, again, it's just like a stronger version of Blue Echo. But it's bringing in those unexpected things. And I just brought my color wheel to sort of show back to, color theory, complements. So we've got this blue, green, gray happening, and then we add just a tiny little bit of red, orange red, and that just kind of pops. So something simple like the flowers.
Yeah.
So, it's something really simple like that. There's a little bit of that color, a little bit of red and orange in the cushion, and a tiny little piece in the boat in the print. So it's balancing the warm with the cool.
Absolutely.
So we'll show later a little bit more eye-popping color, but I wanted to get you a sense of something more neutral that's warm, but not too crazy. But we'll get crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna get crazy. That's right. I think it's nice to start with this and then work your way up, right?
Absolutely.
So beautiful color. We are in the same space, but we are alive and vibrant with a new wall color. This is beautiful.
This is ravishing red, and it's also one of the colors from the Benjamin Moore 2016 trends. So I love how it's almost the complete opposite of Blue Echo. It's bright, it's clear, and so again, for the cost of paint, you can really get a completely different feel in the space. It still works with the warmth of the leather. The teal, I think, is still fantastic. In fact, it pops out even more.
Right.
So when you want to be more dramatic, when you use a lot of color in your, again, in your clothing, why not bring some of that into your home? Yeah.
So this is our example of getting crazy.
Getting crazy.
But I'll tell you something. Getting crazy in this way, I think, is a lot more palatable for people because there's still, once again, that undertone that tones this whole red down.
And
it's not a bright red.
You're right, and it's also all the other things that you've got with it that you've probably already got in your home, like your rug and your sofa. And again, it's mixing a lot of those neutrals in and textures with the carpet and the poof and the table. Like, you want to bring all of that in. So did we already look at the previous?
Let's take a look at that, just so you can see how different the space looks depending on the wall color.
Ooh.
There we've got the Blue Echo.
Yeah, it's still nice, but
it's beautiful, but it's a lot more subtle. And then back once again to the ravishing red.
Isn't that great?
I feel like we should do a striptease or something in here. I don't know. It's about ravishing. So cool. Okay, we have all sorts of other examples of using paint to really have some bang, some oomph, some beat the blahs.
Really make a statement, right?
Starting with yellow, which I think is a color a lot of people are hesitant to deal with, but when you think about it in a kitchen space, it makes a lot of sense.
I think so. Everyone has lots of white kitchens, and to add that strong pop of color in there, you don't need a coffee in the morning, you know? You look at that when you're getting up in the morning, and it's not a big space. Right. So it's a perfect amount.
As you say, we're getting a little bit less afraid to at least wear bright colors. We've got the gorgeous yellow in our audience today, and I was all over this woman. There's something about it, you see it and you just feel happy.
Yes, it's sunshine. It's so nice, it's the sun. Perfect for the middle of winter. I love it.
What about a sophisticated French press is what you call it. So there's deep espressos, right?
Yes, beautiful, warm. And this is actually the same color French press on different parts of that living room or of that kitchen area. So you can see how where you have a lot of sunlight.
That's the same?
It's the same color. It's just the different effects of light. So again, when people are afraid of dark colors to warm things up, you got to realize that what's going to happen in your space, it's going to evolve throughout the day with the sunlight. And again, against the white, as it was in that space, it was still quite a nice contrast.
Really nice. And then there's blue. The blues are always nice. We talked a little bit about a teal type blue here, and you're going to see that in these
and this
pictures
one's teal ocean, and I think whenever you think of that bright teal, you automatically think about a beach holiday. So certainly in the middle of the winter in Canada, that is a great color. And whether you don't want to do it, maybe you don't want to do it on the whole wall, try painting your door or small accents with a strong color like that.
That's true. And then another blue. So this is a different kind of blue. It's less green.
Patriot blue. This is like a rich sort of cobalt blue. And what I love about that is you think, oh, you can't get warmed up with blue, but boy, it's vibrant, especially when it's hit against the contrast of the white.
It is.
And then a bit of that wood. There was reclaimed wood as one of the accent walls. So even blue can feel really, have a real pop, a real statement.
Absolutely. Yeah, and cobalt, that cobalt blue is what it's all about. They say it's actually very flattering to wear cobalt. It's flattering on everybody.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
you know?
so it'll be good on your walls too.
Absolutely.
Right?
And then sit in front of it and take all your selfies.
Yeah, there you go.